That was one damn good drum battle. What'd you think?
Oh, I really appreciate how much effort both the players put into it. They really made a show,
Yeah, it was very competitive. Very competitive.
for sure.
Yeah. So what was your favorite part overall? What was your favorite part?
Overall, I'd have to say that
It's hard, isn't it? It was really good.
yeah,
Yeah. There wasn't like the parts that really extremely just stood out. There was just a lot of great playing overall. And obviously they warped into playing longer and likely scoring more points than what they did, having more time to score more points.
Yeah, it's interesting that it seemed like Alex Powers mostly stuck to like his metal playing, which
Yeah.
he's obviously really good at. So
Alan mostly stuck to rock, but he did hit some Latin towards the end, and he built up from it very dynamically.
yeah.
So what was your favorite set overall? Your favorite set from Alan and Alex?
Okay, so first starting off with my favorite set from Alex would have to be set 9.
Yeah, that was a good one for sure.
I really like how he grooved extremely hard for that set. Like
Yeah.
the groove was really there. It was in your face, like you
Yeah.
know, with that metal that he plays.
I love how he just most of the middle stuff doesn't have a whole lot of groove to it, but he really struck the groove. Even with the double bass drum, he really added to the groove. It wasn't obnoxious or anything.
Yeah, which can be hard to do for metal.
Yeah.
I also really like how he incorporated metric modulation in there, like really neatly. You
Yeah,
know?
he also did that, and when we saw him reacting to it, seems to like that polyrhythmic style of playing in his beats and fills and stuff.
For sure, and he certainly seems to be good at it.
Yeah, it
Considering
really,
what we've
fits
seen.
in with it too. It doesn't feel forced.
Yeah,
And
and then
when people do like polyrhythms and beats, it sounds kind of forced, like they're in the practice room. But he really makes it
Yeah.
sound like it fits in with what he's doing.
yeah, he's really good at that. And then the last thing I would say for Alex Powers for this set 9, is that he really had like I really like the clean chop he did at the very end that really finished things off nicely for that. All right, what was your favorite Alex Powers set?
Alex. Set 10. I really love the groove in set 10. I love that he didn't apply much of modulation. He had some polyrhythmic stuff in there, just the groove chops. And it was just a great overall set. I think it was his best set personally. I think he might get a badge as well. It's looking like he might get a badge for that because that was amazing.
Yeah, it certainly would seem that way. But then again, he could also get a badge for set 9 because that one was really good groove too.
Or both. I mean, he could get like, he's up there. Those sets are both up there. Yeah.
It's possible. Yeah.
And what was your favorite Allen set?
Okay, so my favorite Allen set was actually one of his earlier ones. It was set 4,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it was, because I really like how he had a really catchy groove and it had like a certain like amount of like intrigue to it. And what I mean by that is that it's just like really neat how differently he played that compared to like some of the other stuff that was going on.
Yeah, when I first heard that, I thought that was like in 3 or 5 or something. It almost sounded like it was the way he was hitting the crashes.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah,
before.
like, yeah. And then also like those delays were really good. Like they really added to like the way it felt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the great overall feel. And then also what I can say is that like for it being as early on as it was in like the sets, like it stood out. It really
Yeah,
stood
it
out
did
like
stand
how
out.
how
It
good that
did.
was like early on. I really liked set 4 from him. And then what was your favorite Allen set?
Probably set 9. I really loved the dynamics, the feel he had. Just it was amazing. The emotion, even the orchestration too. It almost sounds like it could be like in a Rush song or like in Dave Matthews Band. Just the way he had that flow into it, the way he had the backbeat and like that stack, just with like the ride or a crash. It was he was riding on something. I don't know if it was riding or a crash, but just the way he just slowly built it in there. Then he added double bass and he just built it in there. It seemed very, very fluid. Then he had the snare off and he was doing stuff with all the cymbals. It's very orchestrated. There's so much emotion and I love that part.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah, that was awesome. I love that.
Oh yeah. So many good sets, like such great players, you know, it's gonna be
Yeah.
really hard to pick a winner.
Yeah. I wish we didn't have to. I wish they could just tie, but it's
Yeah, but there can only be one winner.
only one winner.
And the winner is Alex Powers. Congratulations, man. Welcome to the post-battle analysis, where we'll be discussing why Alex Powers beat Alan Gardner in this drum battle tonight. So first, let's get into the stats and how each set was scored.
So for set 1, Alan Gardner won set 1. It was only a 1 point difference, so it came pretty close. The orchestration definitely helped in the collateral category for Alan Gardner in set 1. So that was the definitive factor for him winning. Moving on to set 2. Alex took this by a couple more points. He had a more consistency in his shots, feel, and groove, and overall performed better in this set. In set 3, Alan took this one with 11-22. Got max and collateral, very consistent with shots, feel, and groove.
In set 4, Alan did quite a bit better than Alex in this round, as you see the difference in score between 13 and 10. Here, Alan really did a standout groove that we noticed, and as is shown with the points that we scored here.
So is that about it? This one?
I think so, yeah.
And these will be displayed, obviously, you can see on our
You'll be able to see how we're thinking and how we scored here on the screen. Alex Powers won set 5. Now it's 2-3 on the score because for sets 1 and such. 12 points for Alex here and only 8 points for Alan, so this was a bit of a lower round for Alan, which affected his overall score in sets 1.
It was very close at this point, though.
Yeah.
And then for set 6, tied here, with Alex having a 13 and Alan having a 10. A couple more points than Alan. Still not too far apart, obviously not night and day. Alex is a little bit more consistent when Alan scored higher in some areas and low in some areas, kind of overall making his score lower. And we can move on to set 7. Alex took this one again with 4-3, scoring 1 more point, just barely a little bit more, just barely a point more, but still he got a 4 in shots, which definitely helped him with this one. That extra point really served him well in shots.
Absolutely.
And we love the orchestration from Alan for the collateral category. Let's go to set 8. Alex took this one again with 5-3 so far, with 2 more points this time to Alan's set 8.
Now we're getting into the later sets where they really have higher scores. Set 9, Alex won this one over Alan, as you can see here, and it was really close, 15-14 in the points, but when it came down to it, Alex just edged Alan, but they both did really well in this set.
Yeah.
But just by the way we scored it, Alex just ever so slightly had the edge in this.
Me personally, I liked Alan's more than Alex's overall as a personal, but it's going does that reflect personal bias.
Yeah, that's true.
And also, we awarded badges for feel for Alex for his performance, and a badge for feel for the Creeper badge. To both get a Creeper badge. Actually, sorry, the Groove badge, Pocket badge for Alex. You can see this displayed here. And for the finals,
they both finished really strongly. Alex again just edged out Alan in this one, but they both finished really strongly here with high scores. Alex's set 10 was just pretty incredible. It was kind of like almost a culmination of what he did so far, all coming together to make an absolutely great finish.
I did love Alan's finish with him playing Latin and going into a harder dynamic with the rock influence in it.
Yeah, that is very true. He finished
nice.
Strongly as well.
That's why you got 2 in collateral for dynamics.
Yeah, absolutely. It came down to it. It was really close, but
It was a 1 point difference.
Yeah, we had to choose a winner here, but as you can see by the sets, overall the point values were pretty close. It just came down to who won more sets, and Alex Powers was the player who won more sets. So we chose him as the winner because remember, points determine sets, but sets determine the winner.
Mm-hmm.
So, but however, just because it's interesting, right? Like, you're here for like the stats. So, now that we've discussed our scorecards, let's get into some calculations I've done regarding the points. So, Alex ended up with a total points of 120 between all of the sets, and Alan ended up with total points of 110 between all the sets. So point value wise, they were really close.
Yeah.
Again, it just came down to sets.
Yep.
And as you can see here, Alex's points on average per set, I calculated the average, and it came across to being, he scored on average 12 points per set. That doesn't mean he got 12 every time.
Yeah.
That just means that the average was 12. And for Alan, his average was 11. It's like these slight differences,
Slight
you
difference,
know.
yeah. Just edge him out 1 point.
Yeah. And then Alex's highest scoring set happened to be sets 9 and 10, which makes sense because they're later on and you can really rack up more points there. And he scored 15, where Alan's highest scoring set was 14. Again,
1 point again.
so close.
Yeah.
But we have to choose a winner, and you know.
The scorecards did bring this to unanimous decision, but in our hearts, it really was a very competitive match.
Yeah.
Both these guys put on a clinic tonight. It was an amazing battle. Including that Allen stepped in short notice for this battle when
He did.
pulled out.
He did, but we cannot and did not take that into factor with this scoring. We truly stuck to our scoring here, and that's what you see here. But who knows? The outcome could have been different if Alan was given more time to prepare.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Maybe. But then
Yeah.
again, it could not, you know.
I would love to see this rematch next season.
Oh, yeah,
For
you
sure.
know.
I'd love to see this rematch.
Yeah. We can see what happens. Okay. That sums it up for this post-battle analysis. I want to thank both players for competing. This would not have been possible without either one of them giving their fullest to this drum battle. So thank you very much. We appreciate it. And thank you very much to everybody watching. And we really appreciate the support. And that concludes this event tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a great night.